Do you believe in ghosts? When people ask me that question, I always tell them honestly that yes, I do. There's a very simple reason for this. Seeing is believing. And for the past 25 years, I have encountered hundreds of them with my wonderful husband, Carl Beattie, through our show, Most Haunted. I can't think there are many people who would choose ghost hunting as their preferred career option when leaving school. I know I certainly didn't. But I have loved every second of it. I've been exposed to every gamut of human emotion in the places I've investigated and through the spirits I've met. I've experienced moments of terror and intense sadness, of joy and playfulness, not to mention flashes of unintentional hilarity. My story is also the story of Most Haunted. Not only did the show become a global phenomenon, but it's been part of my life for almost the whole length of my marriage and has shaped the core beliefs I hold today. In this memoir, I want to reveal to you how the journey of my life led me to create the show with Carl, as well as everything that my search for the truth about the paranormal has taught me about myself. I begin with the investigation that fans ask me about more than any other, even though it was broadcast 2 decades ago on the last weekend of October 2004. The first location we'd investigated that really left me feeling totally and utterly bewildered by what I'd witnessed, and the one that disturbs me to this day. That place is the dark, ominous, and very foreboding Pendle Hill. The towering Pendle Hill rises like a gravestone from the peaceful valleys of Lancashire, dominating the landscape and casting a looming shadow of dread across everyone who sees it. The area has been the epicentre of paranormal activity in the area for more than 1,000 years. Ghosts, monsters, unexplained lights and sounds, and horrific creatures dominate the local histories and mythology of the nearby villages. But the Pendle Witches story is the most notorious of the legends in this location. It was here that a group of 12 local people, mostly but not exclusively female, were ruthlessly and savagely tried and executed for witchcraft in Jacobean times. Most of the so-called Pendle witches weren't witches at all. They were instead innocent and misunderstood cunning women, the wise women of the villages who merely practised folk medicine and were caught up in the general moral panic in the wake of the Gunpowder Plot of 1605. In fact, one of those hanged as a witch, a wealthy and educated woman named Alice Nutter, was found guilty and sentenced to death only by association, even though her connection with the other accused was tenuous. The only one of those tried who admitted to being a true witch was Elizabeth Demdike, who was put in a cell in horrible conditions in Lancaster Prison. She died there, unlike the others who were all found guilty of witchcraft, although they denied it and were hanged. Even now, more than 400 years later, many local people will only talk about this dark part of their history in hushed tones. Yet it's this history that generates much of its tourism. Pendle Hill still gives off a sense of bleak sadness and dark fear even to this day. It is without doubt one of the most haunted places in Britain, and it was here that I took the Most Haunted live team to investigate for our 10th live show.